Hey guys, super excited about this video. I think I'm saying that with every single video. I'm super excited, but I seriously am, because this is the first unboxing that I'm doing and that I'm recording for the channel. So you guys are just gonna have to bear with me. I haven't done this before. And I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but I mean, I want to capture every single thing, you know, the way I see it, and then share it with you guys. So, pressure cleaner. Now, I've always had my existing one. I actually have three. The one is a Schultz, which is available at Checkers Hyper. Brilliant entry level pressure washer, but again, it is a retail based. And I've also got a Karcher. I got a Karcher K3 and a K4. And then there's a Bennett Reed as well. Now, the Bennett Reed, Bosch, Schultz, literally are the same, and they all use this, which is the M22, the M22 fitting. So this goes onto the actual pressure cleaner, and you actually get two M22s. There's one that's a 15 mil, which is this, and then you get the 14 mil. Now the 14, the reason for that is this part over here, that part over there, that connects itself onto the pressure cleaner, and it's either going to be 15 mils or 14 mils. Karcher makes use of a 14 mil, as well as Kranzel. I think Hoffman pumps also make use of a 14 mil, if I'm not mistaken. So Hoffman and Kranzel are proper high-end pressure cleaners, and you know, those machines, they really, there's a reason why they cost what they do. And you know, we'll get into those pressure cleaners at a later stage. But the reason why I went with this one is I wanted something that is affordable, but actually punches quite above its normal weight. So the costing of this is very, very, very well. However, the specs of this is what really got me going. So generally your retail based pressure cleaners, so something like a Karcher K2, 3, 4. So those are your mass retail based pressure cleaners from Karcher. Then your Bennett Reed, XTR, 1400, 1800 and 2000. And then your Bosch units, your Schultz. Those pressure cleaners, their flow rate generally, it's between 6 and 6.7. That's the amount of water that's that passes through. So you measure, we in South Africa, we measure it in liters per minute. I also know that I think, if I'm not mistaken, in American countries they measure it gallons per second, and it's also measured per hour. So obviously that's a big amount of water. So we narrow it down to per minute. This one, it's rated at 11 liters per minute max, but the normal rate is 10. So that's a lot of water is passing through. It's also 2.5 kVA. So we look and see exactly what the actual power specs is. I honestly think in reality it's going to measure about close to 9 liters per minute, which is still exceptionally well. And the reason why you want to have your flow rate to be a little bit higher than 6.7 and 7 is so that the water, as it passes through, it hits the panel properly, and you don't spend that much time trying to rinse off. You don't spend that much time trying to foam up the car, because the pressure cleaner is trying to do as much as what it can with the little bit of amount of water it's passing through. So your flow rate is quite important with regards to cleaning, not just foaming up your car, but actually rinsing the car off once you've washed it, or let's say you foamed up the car. You don't want to have like with the hose pipe. Contrary to popular belief, a pressure cleaner uses less water if you're going to clean your car versus your general hose pipe. Because the hose pipe doesn't have that amount of pressure, you're going to be spending a lot more time focusing all that water on a small area to rinse it off, to get rid of whatever gunk is on the car. So your pressure cleaner the more pressure and the more water is being passed through, the more quicker you can move per panel, remove your foam and everything. So that's why I wanted to get this. Then one of the other reasons is, let me quickly get this. So when you get your retail-based pressure cleaner, you know, they have this obnoxiously long, big wand and pressure gun. And so, you know, this is my stubby pressure gun. I actually had a silver one, which I sold to a good friend of mine, and I need to get another one again. That, you know, upgrading from the normal pressure guns, like I said, which is those plastic ones, and when they fall too hard, they do break. That's why you see that they are readily available, whether it's the Karcher, the Bennett Reed, Schultz, Bosch, Ryobi, whoever. They're not that good. Also, these ones, they've got like this little lock, you know, so that, you know, you can actually lock it in place so that nothing happens. And then so you have your different nozzles, you know, so you take a nozzle and you generally have, I think it's 4 if I'm not mistaken, 40, which is the white colored nozzle, which is your widest spray. Then you have 40, then I think it's 25, 15, and 0. 0 is this black one here. Yeah. So let me try and get out the way. Yeah. So this literally is just, if you just want to have a straight shot, you want to, let's say, clean out your gutters, and you just want to just have the water go as far as possible with as much pressure, that's going to be used. This pressure cleaner does come with that, from what I understand. So yeah, so I think I've shared what I can. Also, I'm not yet carrying this product. I said I'm going to test it out. I'm going to see what it's like. When I went to go see the manufacturer and the distributor, they told me from the time I got there till the time I left, this is not meant for car washes. So guys, if you are going to, you know, let's say I do decide to carry this pressure cleaner, please be advised, this is not meant for high volume car cleaning. The pump itself, again, it's very similar to that of a retail-based high pressure cleaner. The pump is mainly plastic with a few metal parts like the plates and stuff. So what that means is, because when you're going to use it too much, like for a car wash, that plastic unit is going to heat up, and that's where leakages come in. The unit doesn't hold that much pressure. It starts losing its, you know, the power that it generates. You know, you're wondering stuff like, what's happening? Why is the water not coming out like it normally does? So this is meant for home use and for detailing purposes. The rated ad for every hour, it should be a maximum of 20 minutes use within 1 hour. So I think realistically, this, if you're going to be doing between 4 to 5 cars a day, perfect. No more than 5 cars a day. That I think is realistic. That's what you're going to get your best output. You're going to get the longest lifespan out of this machine. So again, this is not meant for car washes. And when I do put it on the website, I'll actually put it in bold. This is not meant for car washes. Your car wash pressure cleaners, their motors is full metal. It's brass mixed with steel and everything. I'll actually put the picture up so you guys can see various motors, what they look like. So again, not for car washes, detailing purposes. If you do a lot of maintenance washes, so let's say you're going to push on average 10 cars a day, this might not be the one for you. Or it's not, this is not what you should be looking at. If you're going to be doing, you know, corrections or whatever, and like I said, between 4 to 5 cars a day, then this will suffice. So just be aware, guys, this is not meant for car washes. And I know I'm going over and over and on about this, but trust me, when I was with the suppliers, they said it far more than what I just said. They kept on going over, this is not meant for car washes. Anyway, that being said, let's quickly open up this box here. All right. Just forward like this. Okay. All right. There's your wand. Now I've got the MTM, where's it? Yeah. Love this thing. This is a, what's the length of this? I think it's 500 mils. Let's see. Yeah, similar in length. Yeah, okay, slightly shorter if I come a bit back. So, and obviously this is where your nozzle is going to go in, and you're gonna actually adjust, you're gonna screw this onto the pressure gun that it comes with. So let's just give this one side. Okay. I got your manual in here. And then obviously this is the fitting for the hose pipe, and it does come with a filter that you can actually remove. Okay, this one side. Instruction manual. Do men ever read instruction manuals? Okay, we'll see as we go along. All right, let's take out. So I'm actually pleased to see that this is, it's not a nylon based pressure hose. I really don't like those. That's one of the reasons, one of the, not the only, but one of the main reasons why I upgraded and why I continually recommend, if you have a pressure cleaner, upgrade it to, you know, the Quick Connects and your rubber pressure hose, because they kink, and then that stops the water supply. They're not strong enough, so as you scrape it on the floor, they're going to leak at some point. So this is, as you guys can see, let me quickly just move out the way. As you guys can see, it's rubber. However, I think this is a 1/4 inch in terms of size, because I actually went and bought another pressure hose. Let me get this out the way here. All right, so the bottom one is the one that I went and bought. Let me actually move out the way. So this is a new one. This is a 20 meter that I have. I actually have a 10 meter and a 15 meter. And then this is the one that comes with the pressure cleaner. I'm still in the way. Let me do this. Let me do this. There we go. You guys can see the one on the right, the 20 meter. This is a 3/8. So it's good that it comes with a rubber hose. It is, though it's a lot smaller. Yeah, this will work, but I'm not going to use it. So this is an 8 meter. 8 meter and an 8 meter hose. It's sufficient. I think it's barely sufficient. All right, my honest opinion. I wouldn't recommend it. It's doable, but the only thing is that the pressure cleaner is going to be, you're going to be in close proximity. You know, you're going to get to the back end of the car, and then you're going to feel that, you know, you're tugging on the pressure cleaner. So a 20 meter or even a 15. So 15 meter pressure hose is the sweet spot. But the ultimate one is, if you're able to, if your funds allow it, if your budget allows it, is 20 meters. Spot on. So it comes with an 8 meter pressure hose. This, like I said, this is a 1/4 inch size. What else? Let's take the actual machine out. All right. Okay, so now you screw this on. So how this works, you screw it on like this, and so there is your wand. It's okay. I'm not going to lie. It actually it doesn't feel bad. This is a lot better. Let me say this rather. This is a lot better than your retail-based pressure cleaner wand. No doubt. The feel of it. What's this here? Just maybe we can screw the hose on. So it's not bad. It really is not bad, and it's got like a soft grip here, this part. So you know when you're busy moving it around, it's quite decent. But yeah, I'm going to use it for this video. I'm going to attach the foam cannon and the nozzles on here. But with my future videos, I will obviously then make use of my stubby gun and the 20 meter. So for this video, we're going to use all the stuff, you know, that came with this pressure cleaner. We're going to test it out on a car that I have here. And then I'll give you my feedback at the end. All right. So the wand and the pressure gun sorted. All right. It is quite heavy. It is quite heavy. It's a lot heavier than any of my previous pressure cleaners that I've had. So that tells me that the motor itself is, and that's due to the motor. Let me try and zoom in on this. Get this out of the way. Okay. All right, so as you guys can see over here, let me actually zoom in a little bit more. All right, so here are all your nozzles. So there's your 0 degree. Okay, this is red. 15, 25, and then 40. Yeah, there it says. So rated pressure 11 MPa, allowable pressure 16, rated flow rate 10 liters per minute, maximum flow rate is 11. So in terms of the motor, it is still quite loud. It shows here that the decibel is at 95. How loud it is, 95 decibels. Generally, that is your retail-based pressure cleaners. They like 95, 97, 98. So to me, I would have loved if that was slightly lower, but it is what it is. Carry case, because you got obviously your wheels over here. Nice that it's actually a 3-point plug and not a 2-point with needing an adapter. But I do think all our pressure cleaners all come with a 3-point plug, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, let's quickly just turn this to the side here. Fortunately, you don't need to worry about which plug goes where. So this is going to go in. Yeah. So the water coming from the tap is on this side, and they are the same all over. Let me quickly see something. If this is a Okay, that's a 14 mil. Okay, so I actually need to get another M22. I'm not in stock of that. This is as I mentioned, this is a 15 mil, and I can see even just just trying to fit this in here, you can see that it's slightly bigger, so I need a 14 mil. So for now, I will have to use this. Okay, and then when you pressure the actual wand, as you guys can see, you just pop it in there, and then screw this part on. Come now, any day now. There we go. Right, and then I seldomly use any other nozzle. I generally just use the 14 mil, the 40 degree. So that's it. All right, so we've unboxed it. It is a nice design. It does look quite good. It's a very good looking unit. But yeah, so let's quickly take it outside, connect the hose pipe to it, and then see what it's like to rinse off, what it's like to foam up. And I've already got the foam cannon prepped and everything, so let's go outside. Alright guys, so connected, but before we switch it on, just make sure that there's no air pockets, so don't switch the machine on, that you don't want that. That's what you don't want. And I could hear there was no more air coming through here. So now we can rock and roll. Let me quickly switch it on. My own excitement. Okay. Let's quickly get a foam cannon as well. Let's see. Okay. That's interesting. I'm not too sure why that's doing that. I guess that's why we're testing it out, eh? Where is the nozzle? Oh. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so the lights are up. So I think what's going to need to happen is I'm going to need to upgrade the actual switch arm at the DB board, because I'm sure it's going to trip it again. Let's just see. All right, so the problem was the trip switch in the house for the garage has a 15 amp, and everywhere else, all the other plugs in the house, I've actually connected the pressure washer to the plug in the front of the house, which is a 20 amp, and I tested out and it went off fine. So I need to fit a new one in the garage. So we're gonna quickly just form up the side here so you guys can actually see how good it works. I think that forms up very nicely. Alright, I actually ran out of foam in the actual foam cannon. I need to play around with it, so that's why it was doing that. So that was very interesting, guys. As you saw, I need to do just some quick finishes, or I just need to quickly just update the circuit breaker on my DB board. So I need to go from 15 amp to a 20 amp. I must first see if I can take it up to 30. What the implications of that be. I'm not an electrician, so I'm not sure if that is what I should be doing. But 20 amp should be fine. It foamed up very nicely, and the nice part is when you spraying, you don't need to be that close because of the water pressure heating and the actual flow rate. You can actually feel there's a lot of water coming, and it's removing all the foam and the dirt off much quicker. The unit does stay off. I don't think it has through what they call it, like I think it's stop start technology, like the cars, where it literally switches off completely, and the only time, irrespective of what happens with the water pressure supply, if you depress the trigger on the spray gun, that's only when the motor comes on and when it starts to atomize. I don't think it has that, because I heard once or twice that it would go, you know, like it would prime, but very soft, like just like a click, like. I know the general retail units will go like make like a whining, it's like type of thing. This was just like a click, like so that's quite nice. In terms of the noise, I don't know if it's because I want it to be good, but I didn't find it as loud to me as the other units that I have here. Like I said, I don't know if that's me wanting it to be good and I'm not finding any fault with it, but other than that, the unit performed very nicely. I am a bit bummed that I don't have the 14mm M22, but I'm going to order a few of these. So there's a high probability, guys, is like, I mean, I'm being dead serious right now. There's a high probability that we will be stocking it at MD Workshop. And what we're going to do is we will obviously offer the full solution where you get it, you'll buy the machine, it's going to come with the accessories. I'm not going to take that out, but if you want to upgrade it, that you can get the M22, the 14mm that's going to fit on there with a stubby pressure gun, lances or wands, depending on what you want to call it. So this is a 500mm. I know you get like the 900, which is, here's it over here. Let me quickly get you guys. Let me show it to you. So there is, that's a 900mm. So as you guys can see, so if we go here, so you'll be able to fit this one, and this works very nice if you want to do undercarriage cleanings and you need the wand to go, you know, quite deep underneath the car. So we will be, that was a good catch. We will be offering all of that, but I still just want to play around with the unit. I still want to just test it washing a few cars a day just to see what happens. And if I'm completely happy with it, then I will make another video, and obviously I'll put it on the website where I will advise you guys that you can actually purchase it with the necessary accessories that I recommend that it goes with. But you guys can obviously buy it just as it is from the box. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear your guys' comments in the comment section below. Would you be interested in upgrading your pressure cleaner from what you currently have to this one? Also, let me know which pressure cleaner you are using. I'd be more than happy to just read and interact with what you guys have. With that being said, if you haven't already done so, please consider clicking the subscribe button, then hit that notification bell. That we won't miss any of my future uploads with regards to all of these things: the pressure cleaners, chemicals, polishers, you guys name it. And as always, guys, and most importantly to you and your loved ones, please stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.